Hope you voted today. Sit back now and enjoy some International League hockey and a lady who's going to be on the ice tonight.
Yeah, Rheaume will try to hold the fort while the big Las Vegas offense tries to get going, and man, it is big. They are led by Radek Bonk and Alexei Yashin. Both of these guys are owned by the Ottawa Senators. The problem for the Houston Aeros is this. These are both centers. They play on different lines. You stop Bonk's line, boom, you got Yashin to deal with.
These two teams have met before, and they met here, and it wasn't a pleasant sight at the end. Houston won the game, but it ended like this.
Well, it wasn't a pleasant sight for Houston because Houston lost most of the battles. That's why yesterday they picked up two guys. Steve Martinson out of retirement, tough guy, and Kevin Grant off of waivers from Milwaukee. Terry Ruskowski, the Houston coach, said, this will not happen again. We will not let them beat us physically.
So they've got some size. Whether or not that will come into play, we'll see.
Happen again. We will not let them beat us physically.
So they've got some size. Whether or not that will come into play, we'll see. They really packed on the penalty minutes in the last game. When we come back, Bill will be talking with this starting goaltender.
Welcome back to Las Vegas, everybody, for our game on the Deuce tonight. And no, it's not the NHL, but you know and I know that even if the NHL had a full slate of games tonight, tomorrow's hockey headlines would be dominated by this lady, Rheaume, who is making her first start of the year for the Las Vegas Thunder. And we have known for a long time that this has been going to happen tonight. How'd you sleep last night?
I sleep very well. I think I was not nervous yesterday. I was more anxious. Today, I can say I'm a little bit more nervous than I was yesterday.
Did you try to sleep today?
I never sleep a game day, so but I think if I would like to sleep I couldn't.
Yeah, well, it's been a while between game days for you. Has your routine changed over the last couple of days?
Sure, you know, every day because I don't play, I go training at the gym, and now today because I play, I didn't go training, so it's different for me.
Yeah. What about the aspect of, how long have you known that you were going to start tonight?
About a month.
A month?
Yeah.
So you've had a month to get unnervous and nervous at the same time. Has that created a little more pressure?
It's a lot of pressure. When you don't play a lot, you have always more pressure. When you play every week, you don't have to think you have to play good. You just go out there, and if you don't play as good, you know, next week you have another game. But me, every time I play, I don't play often. It's a lot of pressure. Probably I'm gonna have all my gray hair before 30 years old, but
so this is
it's
like
a part of the game.
This is like if I don't play well, maybe I won't get another start for another couple of months.
I don't know, you
Yeah.
know. I have a lot of pressure because I have to do well every time I'm out there.
What will have to happen early in the game for you to become comfortable? Is there a time, like 5 minutes into the game, or getting a couple of good shots early?
I think it's receive a couple of good shots. If I don't receive shot at the beginning, you know, you're more nervous because you can wait to have shots and see how you feel. You can tell if you're in the game after a couple of saves, and when you feel good after a couple of saves, you know, the game is so much easier. So if I don't have shot at the beginning of the game, I'm gonna be more nervous, but I have to deal with that. I don't know how the game's gonna play.
Do you have a vision of what will happen tonight? Do you visualize positive things happening?
I just try to visualize myself playing good, and you know, I have just one thing to remember, to watch the puck, and I don't want to let it, because when you play a game, you don't have time really to think about everything you have to do. You think during practice. During practice, you have to think. You have time to think, and but when you have a game, you don't have time to think. With the pressure and everything, you just look at the puck and stop it.
Win, lose, or tie, North America will be pulling for you tonight. Good luck.
Thanks.
And we'll be back with the first start from Rheaume for the Thunder after this.
If you play...
So in net, she has appeared in one game this season. She played a little over 12 minutes, faced 5 shots, made 5 saves, not involved in the decision. It'll be her second starting assignment in the eye and her 4th overall appearance in the International Hockey League. And we are ready to go as the Houston Aeros' Mike Maurice wins the faceoff, and we're underway. The Houston Aeros in their road green uniforms and in home white. These teams will do a lot of dumping and chasing and a lot of hitting to go with it. Quinney had it, shot around to the far side. Jim Kite, the defenseman, could not get it. Back they come the other way. 2-on-2 chance. Score! The the first shot. Over the right shoulder of Rheaume, and the Houston Aeros take the 1-0 lead. And number 5, Kevin Grant, getting involved in his first game for the Aeros, helped on the rush. It ended up being a 2-on-1, and Mike Maurice put it in.
Did he ever? And you know what? This went off the post. I mean, it's exactly what Manon Rheaume did not want to have happen. She wanted to be able to field the puck, get a rhythm going, and Maurice with a terrific short side shot, bing, off the post and in. So now it'll be the emotional test for Rheaume.
That is his second goal of the season for Michael Maurice. And it is a 1-0 lead in a hurry for the Houston Aeros. We'll have a power play when we come back on the elbowing call. The Aeros are on top of the Thunder. 1-0. Manon Rheaume beaten on this shot off the post.
Where is he? Power play now. Mike McKee on the right of your screen will get up high on Jeff Reed. Called an elbow. Yeah, he pretty well scuffed him.
So the Thunder get the power play, trailing here by a score of 1-0.
Can't really be the #1 power play in this league. Right now they are ranked number 5. Their penalty killing is number 6. So you've got a 5th and a 6th.
Even up here 5-on-5 along the blue line. Yashin, look at the moves. That's what everyone who's ever seen him is excited about. Came out to hit.
Darcy Lohan, number 10 in white. He plays on the saw line because his nickname is Chainsaw. His line mates are now Jigsaw and Hacksaw.
Oh, just tipped wide. What a chance out in front of the net from Mark Rogers. Rogers cutting through, got the onion.
You know, she came in relief about 10 days ago, and it was her first appearance for the Thunder. She relieved Pokey Reddick, who got hurt here on the 29th of October. Played the last 12 minutes of the game, and she said she felt so lucky to face 5 shots at least, so she wasn't coming here having faced in this game tonight, having not faced one.
Sent in off a defenseman's skate wide of Rheaume in net. We have seen some pucks bouncing in that slot. Gosselin's save made Rheaume. Penalty coming up in front, Jim Kite. Jim Kite, the captain, was cross-checking, I think, in front of Rheaume. And the penalty call immediately by Scott Hansen, our referee tonight, with Jerry Collins and John Constantine working with him.
This is really the first chance that the Houston Aeros have had to try to crowd Rheaume and crowd in front. 2 players there, one on the right, one on the left. There's the penalty right there to Jim Kite on the hook. Did Manon stop that one?
Yes.
They've still only got 1 Houston shot up there.
Well, that was a save. That was right off the paddle.
So she finally got one, got the feel of one.
Now a power play, though, for Houston. They're leading 1-0, their first power play of the game, and they've got a good one. They're ranked 3rd in the league, 36% effective. For Las Vegas, they are 6th in penalty killing as they've given up 18 power play goals on the year.
36% on the road. That's, boy, I mean, you're playing with fire. If you give them 3 power plays, they're going to get one. Better than 1 in 3.
They've had 5 power play goals from Mark Freer, their veteran who loves to stand out in front. Graham Townsend does the same thing, and he has picked up 3. Freer moving it in. You saw the move he put on, chasing it down the boards. Mark Freer, the veteran. Scott Arneal, another veteran. Townsend, another one on this power play unit. Near side, as he'll get it down low, McKee, if he can get the shot. Near side, Arneal. Arneal takes it, blocked by the D out deep, and the clear. Couldn't get it out of the zone as Jean-Marc Richard had it knocked down. Arneal along the near side boards. Townsend dumped in front. Defense joins the play. Manon Rheaume makes the save, and it's cleared up.
McKee and Arneal, they will be the 2 shooters. At least that is what the Las Vegas Thunder scouting report said. They want to key on Arneal and McKee.
Brian McKee right there. Try to get it into the zone. They wave off any icing. The turnaround up and out. Good hard hit to clear the zone. Still plenty of time on the power play, though. 56 seconds. The Aeros with the 1-0 lead and the advantage. The hard wraparound by Jeff Sharples didn't get out of the zone. Held in far side. Kevin Grant working on the power play. Taken down low by Townsend. Townsend was looking for Arneal in front. Tried to go around and couldn't get it around the boards. Troy Gamble at the other end. 8:30 to go in this first period here in Las Vegas. Only the second power play we've had in the game, and the first one for the Houston Aeros. Worked up ice. Medorodsky cleared around the near side. Jean-Marc Richard in the corner. Got jammed up on the board, so tried to reverse direction, but it banged back up to Vallemont at the point. Vallemont held it in. His pass taken away and cleared out. Radek Bonk working on the short-handed unit for the Thunder. Got it out of there. Power play down to 10 seconds. Intercepted. Bonk was in front. Didn't get to him, though. Shot deflected wide. Short-handed. Richards the opportunity. Again, loose in front. Darcy Lohan was down low, and that will do it on the penalty. So each team 0 for 1 on the power play. This will be sent the length of the ice for the icing call here. As Rheaume waiting with a face-off coming to her far side here with centering pass by Freer. Came free. Bonk had it, lost it to Arneal. Yashin had it. Arneal shot. Rheaume the save, and cleared up and out of the zone. Rheaume in the backhand chance that time right in the crease.
9 minutes of play. She has now faced 4. Good play by Rheaume holding the post, and a really good decision by Scott Arneal to move out front.
When you're in Las Vegas, we don't ever advocate betting. They actually have a lineup on tonight's game on Rheaume.
Yep, the number of shots she'll face, whether or not she'll pitch a shutout. You can get big odds on whether or not she'll pitch a shutout here. Wild stuff, boy, wild stuff. She said, I can't believe it. But then again, this is Las Vegas.
He'll try again. Jean-Marc Richard can't get it out again. Jodorowsky twice. Hit, score! They could not clear the zone, and it was deflected by the veteran Arneal in front of the net. And it is a 2-0 lead for the Arrows.
Now, Rheaume didn't know that had gone in. She actually jumped on it as it came out of the net. But this is one area where the Las Vegas Thunder wanted to really help Manon Rheaume. And listen, it's true of any goaltender, especially at this level. The difference between goalies at this level and NHL level is the guys at this level leave rebounds and don't get ready for the next shot. Perfect example of what we're talking about. Manon Rheaume left a rebound, and the Thunder guy that was there didn't get to it in time.
Arneal gets the goal, but credit Oleg Shadorotsky with twice.
Yeah, you bet.
Holding that puck in on that left point.
Holding it in and then getting it to the net, knowing that he had people there for a rebound. Even if you don't score from there, it's not the intention. Yeah, if you do, it's a bonus. Get it on net, get a rebound for the guy going for it.
Yeah, sometimes that will work. Centering pass intended for Townsend. Graham broke it up. Graham Townsend back over to get it in the corner. Valamont. And we are back here, international.
Believe me, when I'm in your face, it's not pretty.
Manon Rheaume, a couple went in, but believe me, they were two that she didn't have much to do with, and she has to sit and wonder whether her team can get back in the second period and pick up some goals. Welcome back to Las Vegas, everybody. Gary Thorne, Bill Clement. Las Vegas here at home, 5-3, but trailing the Arrows 2-0 here, but pretty good first period. Easy to do when you don't get to play many games. The Arrows in green. Graham Townsend able to hold it in, goes to the corner. Chased down by Mario Chitterani. Chitterani got it back up, near side shot. Save made by Manon all the way back to the line. That shot is gloved and held on to. Brian McKee from the blue line on the second chance.
Well, Manning looked like she might have taken matters into her own hands as far as getting the feel for the puck, because on this one she kicked the rebound right out to the point. She had a teammate out there whose back was to her, so he missed it, but the second shot came in. Yep, they're trying to go high. Good glove save, and that's what Terry Ruskowski, the coach of the Houston Aeros, said this morning, is that if we get a chance to really look at where we're shooting, we will test her glove. He went as a pumpkin on a table. He had a card table with a tablecloth on it and a pumpkin in the middle of it with his head up through, and nobody knew. He got there first. Nobody knew that he was in the pumpkin except Jim Kite, who kept passing him the odd beer under the table. Partway into the party, the guy you're looking at, Darcy Lohan, his nickname is Chainsaw, he came through the door in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre guy's outfit with a real big McCulloch chainsaw, fired it up, revved it up. Now, Andrew McBain can't see from inside his pumpkin because Lohan was behind him. All McBain could think of, and some of the other players, and Lohan's crazy, he'll do anything, was him going right through the pumpkin on the card table. So Andrew McBain stood up, table and all, and started yelling, "It's me! I'm inside the pumpkin! Don't chop me!"
Talk about the surprise ending up going the other way this morning. I asked him, I said, "Were you scared?" He said, "I want to tell you, I was seriously scared."
One thing, it was a real chainsaw. Second thing, he knows Darcy Lohan.
That's right.
Go off on an angle, hit him square. He might even be bent. He might even have bent the wire in the front. Because it hit him squarely, bingo, that is a tremendous jar. That's concussion force because it didn't go off at an angle. the masks are designed to deflect things off at an angle, but when you get hit square dead in the middle of it, it can't go to either side.
You wonder why Terry Sawchuk had cuts all over his face, right, left, up and down. They didn't wear masks. He's got a cut, I think. Bill, it looks like on the right side. That's hard to tell. It may be a reflection of the mask.
There's a point right in the middle. There's a black spot. See the black spot in the middle? It might have hit him right on the beak, right on the point where all the wires come together there. Now there's a guy with a name that should be playing for Las Vegas.
Gamble. Perfect.
2-on-1. He looked his guy off and then just ripped it through the 5-hole right between Manon's pads and into the net behind her. Chitteroni is on a 25-game tryout. People, I don't think, understand how big a goal like that is to a guy like Mario Chitteroni.
That's his second shorthanded goal.
Rogers and Reed. It's the kind of pressure that Bob Strom wants from this line. I mean, they're blockers, jammers, hard workers. You can have two, and it's plain and simple. The Las Vegas Thunder.
Down the near side. Good stand-up check by Todd Richards that time. The arrow in through. You hear the players hollering at the linesman as the puck hit him. Very cordially asking if he might move the next time the puck comes close to him. Yashin trying to send it. Bounces off the boards. Dave Tippett's got it. Tippett, the veteran, coming back 2-on-3, though, so he shuts it down. Tippett sends it in. Cutting into the middle, Arneal. Blocked.
Stopped it because it wasn't coming very fast. Gamble has stopped everything but this one so far. Let's see just how good the eyesight was on this shot. Deflection, had to deflect because it went right through Gamble after hitting that pile of people. So Sharples made a good play. He just drifted it into the pile, knowing that he had a couple of potential deflectors there, and he got results. Good play, smart play.
Don't know if he'll be credited with a goal because so many people had a chance to touch it, and somebody did as it went through, so we'll wait on the call. But it's now a 3-1 game as the Arrows lead.
His skate cut, boom! Oh, man, that hurts. I forgot to put those pads back there before the game. That was Steve Chainsaw in his hands.
Little whip action right there.
It's a handy nickname to have, like when you're in a rough part of town and somebody wants to take a shot at you, all you got to do is have a pal walk over to him and say, hey, good right cross. Boom.
He's obviously going to pick up a roughing call on that. You might want to put that on the video to define roughing.
He obviously doesn't.
To watch the game. It's a great seat.
Oh.
It's right down in the corner. And you see beverages are supplied, and there they are right next to the action.
I can't say it.
Probably adult beverages. That was not Pavarotti as you originally thought. Here's a 2-on-2 chance the other way for the Arrows. Shot in. Manon makes the save. Midsection shot by Maurice. No rebound.
Well, here again, we're at a stage of this game where Rheaume has hardly had any work at all. Houston has only generated 11 shots through a period in 13 minutes of play. Las Vegas has 18, but it's been a little bit of action, no action, little bit of action, no action. There has not been any sustained pressure from the Houston Arrows to allow Rheaume to really get into the game. And that's the one thing Chris McSorley said, Gary, before the game. He said, we need a rhythm. Want some shots on Rheaume. Don't want to get into penalties. Vegas just finished their most successful power play as far as puck movement is concerned, but they still have not scored on it. This is as close as they came. Sharples with the shot. Scaldi. Rebound, backhand, the backside of the curve on a stick, and just banged the post at the other end. An anxious moment for Rheaume. Puck was going around behind her, she thought, so did everybody else. It hit a rib in the glass. Surprise, surprise.
There goes the net at the other end as Gamble pushes it away, saying, hey, it's loose. You're supposed to blow the whistle. They haven't. He pushes the net further away.
What's it like being a goalie? Let me put it to you this way. Hey, Mike, what's it like being a goalie? Let me put it to you this way. Get the picture?
Welcome back. On the O.J. Simpson front, attorneys on both sides began questioning.
12 shots against her. She did not play poorly, however, but Reddick is going to come on in relief.
Well, there wasn't much offensive support for her. It was 2-0 when shorthanded situation arose for the Houston Arrows. Mario Chitteroni made a good play coming down, looking off the guy he was with. Just ripped a shot low and under Rheaume. At that point, it was 3-0, and she really still hadn't gotten the feel of the puck. A little later in that period, though, at least the Thunder got on the board. Power play. Back to Jeff Sharples, and he just tried to hit the pile of guys, and luckily one of his guys, Jeff Reed, got a piece of it for his first goal of the season, and that's what we have, 3-1, and we have Manon Rheaume sitting on the bench with Pokey Reddick in relief.
We are, obviously, she is going to stay, and there's nothing wrong. She's the backup goaltender, and what really hurts her right here is the club's got a chance to win, and she's being pulled out of the game, obviously, because the coaching decision is they've got a better chance to win with Reddick in than her. I mean, that's what's happened here in this game.
Well, we've talked about Kevin Grant enough. Watch this play here after one player took Ken Quinney. Trust me. Here's Kevin Grant. Trust me. Here's Kevin. Don't trust me ever again. Folks, don't never trust me.
It's the last time I'm listening to you.
This is Bill Clement. Never trust me again.
You were listening to that stuff again, weren't you? Here's Yashin. Yashin's going to take the face-off here. It's a 4-on
by Yashin to keep it alive and get it into Sharples. But see how far the net gamble is? He went for the puck on the poke check, and really it was too far out to get. He missed it, and that left Sharples open and enough time to get a backhand shot under him.
Not many defensemen who lead their team in scoring, but he does. Jeff Sharples gets his 6th goal of the season at 8:06. Came into this game with 18 points, now has 19. Yashin will get an assist, and it is a 1-goal game.
Save he makes on Scaldi here. Scaldi wanted to go high to the glove. Gamble came out, made the save. Still don't know who got him. Yeah, there it is right there.
James Black.
Yep, like he was shot with a 12 gauge from about 4 feet, so Michael Moore has nothing on Troy Gamble.
He's been around long enough. When he feels you coming, he'll start down.
Hey, listen, it's a great move, but now is when Terry Ruskowski's team has to generate some offense, and I'm not even talking about getting another goal. They have the lead, but boy, with Ruskowski knows the Thunder have an extra offensive gear that his team doesn't have. But I mean, when you're not even in the other guy's end at all, you don't even need that extra gear.
Power plays have been nothing for anybody tonight. Houston had their only chance in the first period. Chance here to extend their lead back to 2. Dropped off. Lefebvre again coming in. Patrice Lefebvre down the middle. Hicks! Save again by Gamble. Alex Hicks. How many times has he come down the middle alone tonight? Quinney to Hicks. Tip wide. Gamble covers. Hicks knocked it away with the whistle had already blown.
You get the idea that Alex Hicks is a frustrated forward.
Or invisible.
Gosh, he's had great chances, but he has joined the rush at smart times, Gary. He hasn't gotten caught. And just about had himself a goal to tie this game.
Nobody wants to draw a big penalty. It could affect the outcome in this game, so they separate quietly. 8:11 left, third period. Houston up by 1.
Hey, guys, we got to
try to get it up on the backhand, but he doesn't. He chipped it, and he kind of missed it. He wanted to go high over the pad, and he didn't. About 5 seconds after that, the play wheeled around. They had another chance. Ken Quinney in front for the deflection to Lefebvre. Look at Hicks again, number 2, getting in for the rebound. Gamble was able to smother that one, too.
Gamble's faced.
Say Navy.
Okay, so now the whole idea, fellas, is we want to get the puck down the ice and into that goal.
Yeah, but Thorny's always stuck over here.
You got to don't dribble it out. You got to pass it across. Let this man bring it across the blue line, back over the red line, over into the coach.
He never has his man. I mean, that's a
Don't
problem.
worry about it. We got it.
Well, one of the great things about coming to Las Vegas, that was Dan Spellins. He's the assistant general manager for the Thunder. We had a little fun today.
By the referee. That is Scott Hansen, the official tonight.
Well, Pokey Reddick has not had a lot of work, but in the last couple of minutes, he has made 2 big saves. Here is one of them on Kevin Grant coming down on him. Grant looked to pass, turned, and then shot. When Pokey ties his shoes, he ties them in a Reddick bow. Well, we've been on a boxing theme, Gary. Come on.
I still don't trust you. Timeout is taken here. Yo picks up the goal unassisted at 19:14 to but Houston up by 2. The Arrows are trying to get to 500, as their record is 5-6-2 right now. Vegas 9-6, and we're not going to get through it.
No.
You could almost count on it.
It's Rogers.
Mark Rogers is the man in white, and this was St. Cyr, I think.
Yep. That's who it is. St. Cyr's tough customer, and Rogers is willing to participate in this deal. This is how it got out of hand last time these two teams met near the end of the game.
St. Cyr second on the Houston team in penalty minutes with 54. And after the linesmen move in, they separate. Mark Rogers, who has picked up 50 penalty minutes. Told you both these teams pile up the penalty minutes. Both are among the top 4. In fact, number 1, Houston, and number 4, Las Vegas. I take that back. Las Vegas number 1 with 703 penalty minutes. And with only 2 goals up there, the deciding goal in this game came against Rheaume. And here we go again, Jim Kite at the other end.
Yeah, and with Steve Martinson, his first game back in the pros after a couple of years of... Oh, baby, did Martinson get tagged, and is he getting ripped by Jimmy Kite? Man. Well, one thing you don't do in those men's leagues in San Diego is take on guys like Jim Kite very often.
Jim Kite, 30-year-old veteran, 6'5", 220 pounds, right there. And Martinson was the underdog in that one, and they were way behind the play on that. It was way down the other end. They talked about it for a couple of seconds and then decided, okay, let's go. He's almost got a smile on his face. He is smiling.
Well, he said that his team wouldn't get roughed up again, and when you've got somebody willing to take on Big Jim Kite, namely Steve Martinson, you're at least standing up for yourself, and it's a little different when you got a 4-2 lead, too. It's kind of nice. When you've got the 4-2 lead, you can let them come to you a little bit. I mean, Houston is not instigating most of this. It's the frustrated Las Vegas Thunder guys that are.
These teams have plenty more games to play against one another in the course of the year, so as is so often said in hockey, just kind of setting a tone here in this. And I thought tonight a little surprising when Rheaume was pulled out of the game in the third period to start it.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't out of hand. We understand that Manon has agreed to join us and is downstairs. Maybe we can ask Manon. Can you hear us, Manon?
Yes.
Tell us about what happened between periods. Were you surprised that you were taken out?
You know, I think it's a coach decision, and the guys play very well tonight. They have 40 shots against 18, and we should win in that game. And it's just, you know, Gamble play very well, and he stopped everything tonight.
Were you satisfied with your performance tonight? Some tough goals.
Not really, you know, because this week I work a lot on 2-on-1, and I was always taking the shooter and stay up in front of the shooter. And tonight I have 2 goals. It's a 2-on-1, and instead to take the shooter, I was playing the pass. And so this 2 goals, I knew that I work on that this week, and I didn't do the good thing during the game.
Well, I don't know how you could have stopped the first one. I guess I alibied for you a little bit. It went off the post. But remember what we talked about before the game? We talked about you wanting to get a feel for the puck and getting some shots early. The game did not start the way you wanted it to, did it?
No, for sure. I didn't receive a lot of shots at the beginning, and the first shot was a goal. It was very hard for the concentration to come back, you know, very strong after that.
Manon, when you're in a situation like that, what do you try and do while you're literally waiting for some shots to come?
Nothing you can do, you know. You just wait out there and try to stay focused on the game, and just think about the next shot.
What did the guys have to say to you when they figured out that you were getting pulled?
They just said did a good job, and you know, I would like to win so much that game. I think in third period I was on the bench, and I worked more in third period on the bench, and I couldn't work during the game.
Manon, do you have any idea what kind of a schedule you may be on here as far as playing is concerned? Do you know when you're going to go again?
No, I don't know. I know I'm going to have a chance to go play in East Coast League a couple of games. Going to give me a chance to take experience. It's hard when you don't play often to play very well. And here you have two great goaltenders, Clint Malonchuk and Poki Riddick. They play very well. And so for me to have a couple of games in East Coast League is going to be good.
Well, we didn't know that. You've just told us something that we didn't know, that you're going to be heading there. When are you leaving?
No, I didn't say I'm going to leave now.
I thought you were telling us that you were going to the East Coast League.
No, but it's one of the possibilities I'm going to have this year, and you know, it's going to be good for me.
I asked you before the game how you slept last night, and you said, great. How will you sleep tonight?
I don't know. I think I'm going to see my Tion wandering all night long.
Do you want to go down and get the playing time in the East Coast League when you can?
You know, if it's a good opportunity for me to take experience, I'm going to do it. We'll see what's going to happen in the next few weeks. And, you know, every time I have the chance to take experience, I'm going to take it.
What are you going to work on in practice tomorrow?
I don't know yet.
Yeah, well, listen, we hope you get a good night's sleep, that's for sure. Thanks for joining us both before the game and after the game.
Thank
you,
much.
Manon. 3 goals that were scored in this game against her proved to be enough, so she did take the loss, the second that she has suffered in I play.
What are we going to do? I got an idea.
Now here's the Kevin. Trust me on this one. This is the Kevin Grant replay that we were going to show you in the. No, this isn't it. This is the. This would be the second goal by Houston that happened earlier in the game. The save by Manon Rheaume and then the rebound in by Scott Arneal. You can see that Manon didn't know. So the last one is definitely. Trust me on this one. It's the Kevin Grant replay from the. No, this is Mario Chitteroni's shorthanded goal on Manon Rheaume. And you'll just have to take our word for it. Kevin Grant had one hell of a game, ladies and gentlemen.
There you see the final numbers. Kevin Grant played tonight. Wasn't one of the stars, but you'd never know it by our broadcast. 39-18, the shots on goal. Vegas with a big advantage there. The scoring chances, Las Vegas. That's why really the first star of tonight's game was Troy Gamble, the goaltender for the Arrows. He really was tested tonight. We're impressed, though, seriously, with Grant's performance. I mean, we wondered about his stamina. He played, I bet you, 25 minutes tonight.
He played not only sound defensively, but he played huge. And you must trust me, there was one play in the second period that he made that was really good. It is now being entered into the archives of ESPN2. And someday, you can trust me because I will show that to you.
Deb Kaufman, don't you ever listen to what he says. Don't ever trust him. There's the winning goaltender, #1 star in tonight's game, Troy Gamble. Lots of sports news today. Basketball, what's going on with the baseball situation, hockey as well. Deb standing by. Sports Smash is coming up next. For Bill Clement and all of our crew here in Las Vegas, we're about to lose every dime we ever earned. Thanks for joining us, and good night, everybody.
Goaltenders. Scott Bailey had a chance to play. Boy, did he grab that chance. He has had a terrific year, and nothing was expected of him in training camp.
Bailey 12-5-4 with the goals against of under 3 in this American Hockey League season. The Syracuse Crunch in their white with purple and green.
80 pounds, and Alex Stoyanov, who's a big guy as well. Here's Stoyanov going into the corner first, and when the Providence player took him, Walker was right behind him. I mean, you want to get first-man pressure on your forecheck. When you have 2 men in like this, you've got a problem defensively, and that's what happened to the terrific forecheck by the Crunch.
So the referees cool things off. No penalties assessed, and the face-off will be just outside the Providence zone.
Scott Walker is wearing a mic for us tonight as well, along with Jack Mapahargy, so we'll be able to listen in and get the inside stuff from.
Bonnie Bohannes brings it back out. Takes the shot, goes wide to the close side. Bohannes, the rebound, shooting right in the chest protector, and Bailey holds his ground.
Well, that is the kind of goaltending that Scott Bailey has provided for his Providence Bruins. And Jack Mapahargy's guys really got the Bruins running around. Look at all of the Bruins players facing Lonnie Bohannes up high. There were 3 of them there. It looked like a miscommunication to me. The 3 Bruins forwards were all looking at him, saying, I'm sure, to one another, if not to each other, if not to themselves, am I supposed to get him? And here's Bohannes finishing it off. He got it in front to Jackson, but Bailey was there to make the save. Oh, yeah.
Dan Kessa in some repairs early.
Right on time. There was an interesting article in the morning paper today about all the stitches that the Syracuse players have received this year. It was a little kind of a sidebar story on the job that the doctors have to do and the number of stitches that hockey players end up getting.
And the basic tenor of the article was, if you don't have a few stitches, you haven't been in the game very much.
That looked like...
Center for Syracuse, dumps it into the corner. Pandeleev gets there first and takes a tough hit from Stoyanov. Stoyanov behind the net with Scott Walker. Battling hard there with Dennis Chervyakov of Providence, and Pandeleev picks it up. Sergei Zholtok for Providence now. He'll cruise back at his own.
And the shot, that looked offside to me. Did Zholtok even hit the net?
No, he was wide.
I think he rifled it wide. That backs up the point I'm trying to make, is that you lose accuracy when you go for the windup generally.
Here's Pekka and Kessel almost combining on a goal for Syracuse. Bailey held his ground on the face-off. This is second trip into town. He probably knows where they are. Here's Watton, the shot from the point. O'Coin keeps it in. Teams are back at 5 aside. May have hit the post. A rebound out front. This is Dane Jackson. Teams are even up. Bohannes can't find it. Knipscher does. And Providence with a possible 2-on-1. Meadows and Sarowick. Meadows stops. Leaves it for Knipscher. The shot saved by Fountain.
Here's a 2-on-1. Watch Freddie Knipscher come from the right end of the right side of the screen. Take the shot. There's Stoyanov, number 8. He just clears him out. It looked like he kept his arms low, but you've got to take the man. And Freddie Knipscher somehow evened it up. He got back into it with Stoyanov after the play, so I think this is going to be coincidental. Deuces each.
Gila Rose wants to know why Knipscher is in the box. He's been pleading his case.
Somebody might have said to the referee in this one, Blaine Angus, maybe one of his lines, hey, listen, that was a clean hit. And that might have been his way of evening it up. I'll tell you what, there has been a lot of criticism behind the scenes of the officiating in the American League by the coaches of all the teams. And today at the local paper, Peter Mahovlich, who coaches up in the Canadian Maritimes, the ex-NHL player, really let them have it. He said the American League has got to get something done about the caliber of officiating because it is sub-professional par.
Well, Steve Casper very upset. I'm not sure Jack McElharty thinks his man should be in the box either. Whatever washes out to coincidental minors. And a 4-on-4 situation. Nice move by Pekka. Stick handling between defenders. Splits the defense. Bad angle shot, and Bailey held his ground. Gets it back out to O'Coin. Steps in, and Bailey got a piece of that. 4-on-4 for the next minute 20, barring any more penalties.
He went ahead and beat his man, and Mike Fountain didn't have a choice. He had to make the save. He kicked it right back out to Moger, who got there before the Syracuse guys to help him out. Right there, that's where you got to have help coming back, and Moger just beat all the guys in white to the puck. Just like that, after being hemmed in their end for most of this period. The Providence Bruins lead at 1-0.
Dumps to center. Stevens almost gave it away. Errol Philippek back to cover up. Now he gives it away to Daniel Lacroix. Loose puck in front, and down goes Fountain. We thought there was going to be a penalty whistle, but no. Referee canceled it out.
Who did it? He raised his arm and then canceled it.
I saw it too, and then he waved it off. Von Stefanelli's shot hits traffic in front. What a sequence in front of the Syracuse goal. Zholtok being hooked by Kessa. His shot is wide. Von Stefanelli at the right point. I don't think I've ever seen that during live action. Right in front and missing the net is Zholtok from point-blank range.
Don't tell me you've seen it with a green.
Information, and remember the box office is now open on the Montgomery side of the building.
There he is with his arm up, just coming behind it, and then all of a sudden, whoop! One of the great retractions. I don't know what that was about, but I'll tell you what, if he had made a mistake and changed his mind, I'll give him credit for doing it, rather than going ahead with a call that he realized was wrong to get away from him and then driving around him for the rebound. Tough to cover guys in front when they're always moving. Now, I talked to Scott Walker before the game about playing forward, and he said realistically he'd hardly ever...
To Bohannes at center. Kuznetsov trying to get around, filled by Stefanelli. He'll draw the penalty. Jackson, the shot is wide. And the whistle blows, and Syracuse will have a power play tripping on Phil.
Task. I mean, this game started in the very first shift. This is it. That's Billy Armstrong, big bill for Providence. And then Syracuse countered. My, yikes.
Tullamore.
Yeah, and not only the little guys, like like Walker and Pekka for Syracuse hit, but Cullimore, when you get that kind of hitting across the board, they're teams that are terrible to have to play against. It's hard to play against teams that hit like that.
Now, we did have one goal in this period, and along with all the hits. That goal was set up with a lot of hard work by the Providence Bruins, Fred Harkins, and Sandy Moger was the beneficiary.
Yeah, Harkins really had a couple of options here. I got a feeling Casper might have been
To the building, into the Syracuse Crunch locker room to find out what the heck's going on.
Syracuse Crunch very soon may unveil Crunch Woman.
No.
And be the first pro sports team to have a female mascot.
Well, this is the 90s. It's about time we have diversity everywhere, right? There come the Crunch onto the ice. And our Pringles storyline. After one period, Sandy Moger, the only goal of the game. The Crunch now having trouble putting the puck in the net against Providence.
Gosh, they didn't score in this period. The last tucker forward to try to get to Watton to help him. Knipscher got to him, sort of hooked him off balance, and then Guy LaRose came and kind of squashed him. I don't know if his shoulder or his arm or his wrist was kind of buckled underneath him. Looks like he's favoring his right side.
Well, while the trainer takes
slap shot
that was filmed right here in this building.
Yep, the Hanson brothers, and guess what? They're sitting on the couch that the Couch Potatoes get to sit on. There's a radio contest. The winners get to sit on the couch, so they're afforded a special seat right down near the ice. It's actually a love seat, so they're kind of squashed into it. But these people,
there's the empty couch there, right in the corner.
Oh, yeah, it's obvious. There's the couch. Yeah, sure. Okay. Thanks, Larry. I'd like to compliment our director, Larry Cavallino, on that couch shot. Thanks, Larry. Good one.
Good to have us on the couch. Here's Stoyanov at center. The shot is the pad save by Bailey.
With Baduk doing the chasing. Number 14 in white led the American League in penalty minutes last year. The Chervyakov just about got slashed in the face along the boards. Here's what he did when he got up. Yeehaw. Well, it was a hip. You know, if that's called a knee, that's not that good a call, and it wasn't a dirty hit. He just got his hip out. No, I take it back. That angle looked like all knee.
That's one hit that all hockey players dread, the knee on knee.
Yep.
And you notice how quick that Dennis Chervyakov got to the penalty box after the infraction was called. So he will sit for 2 minutes.
2 minutes tripping.
2 minutes for tripping is the call on Dennis Chervyakov of Providence. And still in pain on the Syracuse bench.
Oh, nice.
And Bailey with his left hand quick enough to get it. Very patient, and he has learned to be a very efficient goaltender, but for the Syracuse Crunch, more bad news. John Baduk has been helped off. He is the guy that got the hip or the knee from Chervyakov. Remember, Mark Watton left. Tom, I haven't seen Watton come back.
No.
And we have told you that already Syracuse had two key centers go down. Lafayette and Girard went down, and Brian Loney is out with a flu tonight. So the injury rash has started to hit. Walker's going to get the puck from the goalie, and watch what he does. He swatted Hughes Crunch and about his hitting and about his perseverance, but he scored about a week ago one of the weirdest goals ever in the history of hockey right here, playing against the St. John's Maple Leafs. Walker's going to get the puck from the goalie, and watch what he does. He swatted it out of midair. It is a high fly ball that bounced and went in. You know, he picked it out of midair so cleanly. Before the game tonight, I asked him if he was a golfer, and he said, I'm an avid golfer. So what's your handicap? He said 7, which confirmed he's an avid golfer, and that really confirmed the swing. He really was trying to give and take in the corner. It almost looked like Von Stefanelli was getting the worst of it. But as they come out of the blue line to head back in, Walker went right for him. Right there, boom.
He's a real crowd pleaser, this Walker, Howard.
Well, they say that Scott Walker's got more guts than the slaughterhouse, Tom, and they love him here. They call him the Wild Thing, as you can hear.
Well, the first scrimmage that the Syracuse Crunch that your team played, if I'm not mistaken, was against Binghamton, and he took on one of the Binghamton players and pretty well.
Well, Walker will sit. He had a big smile on his face as he went to the box.
The 7 handicap golfer.
Armstrong also will sit. And Von Stefanelli is also in there now.
One more look at that golf swing goal a week ago that Scott Walker scored. That's the decisive replay that confirms that he whacked it out of midair. It was about a foot off the ice. Bruins, and this is the first goal in the equivalent of over 5 periods of hockey. They'll take it. A one-timer was attempted by Philippek back on the blue line, and you know what? He launched an end-over-end knuckleball. I don't know if it ever made it to Scott Bailey, but it bounced right down in front to Dane Jackson, who was able to put the rebound in. Watch. No goal?
Oh, now they ruled it no goal.
Man in the crease. Light came on, now they're ruling no goal.
Rod Stevens, number 38, was in the crease, and I did not see the referee signal right away that it was no goal, but they're now making the announcement here to the sellout crowd.
Holding, no, it's not Freddie. He's holding a towel up to his nose. He got smashed. Number 23, Dennis Chervyakov, also got his nose squashed. Watch this sequence right here. There's Chervyakov on the right with the Bruins jersey on, looking down. Keep watching him. Boom, he got a shoulder or an elbow. 23 in black get right in the bush.
I believe
his own player pushed him into it. Pushed big Libor Polishek right into him.
Well, Chervyakov tries to collect himself. The other Bruin getting repairs at the end of the bench here in the second. Still 1-0 Providence. Dane Jackson had his goal disallowed a moment ago. Takes the shot, deflects to the corner. Shulton gives it away, and the shot taken there by Mahanis, a quick one. And Bailey got a piece of it.
For some reason, to get goals against Providence, that looks like it was sticking. Velcro, there's a little wet spot on the ice. Boy, you hate that when that happens.
Well, we've seen the fire puck, at least I have, saw the fire puck this year. Why not the Velcro puck? That would really... Harkins takes it away from Philippek. This is Pantaleyev winding up and out of the crease, and making the save is Fountain as he cut down the angle on Pantaleyev, and sticks go high. Echo wanted a piece of Sergei Zoltan.
Yes, this game has been hard-hitting, but boy, I'll tell you what, in the last period, it's gotten chippy, too. Real chippy. Good save by Mike Fountain. Made it look easy. Brett Harkins, 44, is the Bruins' leading scorer, and he dished off to Pantaleyev. Fountain well out to cut down the angle. 20 saves for... Left post, maybe?
Right there.
What, didn't even have enough steam to make a bink.
And now the referee, who did not call any penalties after the last altercation, is going to send Pantaleyev off.
Pass. Confusion at the blue line. Guy LaRoche coming in. He's got a 2-on-1. Now, if you're a goalie, you got to trust your defenseman to take the pass away. That's exactly what Mike Fountain did. He focused on Guy LaRoche and was able to smother it.
You knew he had Mark Watton covering the pass. Laviolette. His shot goes well.
Engine. 4x4.
Around Scott Bailey, but boy, he has been patient.